reaction right now from, among other issues he'll raise, Home Depot co-founder Bernie Marcus. Do you think, Bernie, and forgive me for going with this breaking news, your reaction to it, standing by the Venezuelan people, as we say we are, by not standing by this guy who has not represented them? What do you say?
Well, no, look, I've read about it, and Maduro's got a record that's pretty bad. He's a dictator without a question. He's supported by every dictatorship firm, country around. China, Russia, Turkey, you name the authoritative governments. I mean, all the people that we disagree with are supporting him. So it's really the good against the bad, democracy against the tough guys. And we're going to see who's going to win. This is going to be a tough battle.
No,
this
I think
is going to
you're
be
right.
very tough.
You know, it's interesting. If you follow the saga, you know it well, of that region, and particularly what happened to Venezuela, it had so many riches. It was so rich in oil. On a per capita basis, for a while in the 80s, among the richest countries on that basis on earth. And they squandered through it all on a government that assured cradle-to-grave assurances that began with Hugo Chavez and ended with this bedlam that we have now.
Well, what a great example for the American people to look at what's happening in America today. You know, Cuba is the perfect example of socialism gone wrong. They exported it to Argentina. They took a great country, they put it right down the drain in every way possible. People are starving to death. Medical is not available for them. And we have a group of people in Washington today, new representatives especially, that look at socialism as the way to go. And if you don't think that's dangerous, Neil, I do. I think it's a very, very severe danger.
So you're talking about people like Congresswoman Cortez, who's talking about a top rate of 70%, and others who've been advocating that the super rich pay a percentage of their wealth to the government. Elizabeth Warren is leading that charge. But it does seem to be a common theme among prominent Democrats. That worries you.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it comes right out of the universities. You see students graduating today, and a very high percentage of the students, and by the way, this is a fact. They did a survey of it. Almost 50% of students coming out of university today believe that socialism is the answer. That's frightening to me, because the things that made this country great, that created the wealth for this country, and I mean the wealth for every single person right down the line, the best medical care in the world, the best housing in the world. That's why people want to come here, is because of the system, and that's the free enterprise system. And you have the universities teaching these people socialism. You have Bernie Sanders out there. You have Elizabeth Warren. You think that there's danger over the hills. I wonder if the American people, and I'm talking about all the people that don't watch Fox and don't read the Wall Street Journal, but read the New York Times and every other newspaper around the country, watch NBC and CBS. I don't think they're getting this message at all, and I don't think they understand how the brink, where we're standing today.
Well, they go back and say there was a time with those higher rates. I was going to give you their spin on this, and we did okay. And then I'm thinking about you and Ken Langone when you founded Home Depot. We had those 70% plus top rates. We had much higher taxes, and you guys started Home Depot in a pretty iffy economic environment. So they might come back and listen to you and say, well, he did just fine under that system.
Yeah, but the system changed. Hey, look, the best example of that is Kennedy. I mean, Kennedy realized that high taxes were going to kill America. Look at England, UK, before Margaret Thatcher came in.
But he still kept them high. I mean, the taxes that Kennedy had, I mean, you're right. He did bring it down from the 90s, and we were suddenly in the high 60s when all was said and done. But they're much higher than they are now.
Reagan brought it down.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
but do you worry that they come back and say, we didn't have this vast chasm divide between the rich and poor back then, and that's when rates were much higher, you say?
No, I think, number one, they don't look at history. I think they have no clue of what history has shown, because if they look at history, they'll see it doesn't work. And by the way, we're part of history today. History, the now. Where are we today? Today we have the best prosperity in the world. We have the lowest unemployment in the world. We have more people working than ever before. Job Creators Network has helped get a tax cut that's all the way down for small businesses. Unemployment for blacks and Hispanics is at the lowest level ever in the history of this country. So why you don't have to go back far. To go back to right here, right now. That why would you want to take that formula where there's prosperity, where jobs are out there for people, where people could pay their own way, take care of their family? Why would you want to change that? What do? Take dumb pills every morning? I mean, that's probably what they do.
All right, so you're not looking forward to see what's going to come of this. I don't think, given the numbers and the fact that Democrats might control the House, they don't control the Senate or the presidency, but this populist pitch does resonate with a lot of folks. How do you defend that as a rich guy, that the system is just fine?
Well, I like to not think of me as a rich guy. Remember, I grew up in a tenement in Newark, New Jersey.
I understand that, but you're quite rich now.
So I'm rich today because I broke my back getting there, Neil. And you know what? Everybody in America should have the opportunity to get to where I am. But more importantly, was the millions of people that have their jobs because of the Home Depot. I'm talking about millions of people who are supporting their families. So, look, the economy is great. I think that we have to maintain it where it is, and that's where it is.
It's such a great country that you and Ken started this gazillion-dollar enterprise, and neither of you were remotely handy. So touche to you. All right. Thank you very much, Bernie.